Any particular technology that you feel will affect or change the music business in the coming years or the coming time?
Yeah. Well, I think like the most obvious, thing at the moment is artificial intelligence, which is sort of evolving at a probably more rapid pace than I think at least the mainstream thought it would. Ever since ChatGPT launched, I think a lot of people have, completely turned their attention to artificial intelligence. I think that it's probably, I think it's the most topical for everything, but particularly for music. And I think there's probably one of the biggest impacts that AI will have on music is the generative AI side of things, which there's two sides to that. There's the challenge and there's the opportunity. The challenge is going to be when it's already here, which is the unlicensed use of copyrighted music in AI, and as such, just like the abundance of music that will continue to be made. The opportunity is the opportunity for artists and producers and people in studios to use these tools to help make their creative process even more productive. So I think sometimes people have likened, I think sometime in the 80s, the drum machine was invented. And what I'm told at the time, people were worried that there'd be no more drummers. But there's plenty of people that still play the drums. So I think that what AI has the opportunity to be for the music industry is another instrument, another tool that people can use to make music. I think it's also going to bring a lot of opportunities in like marketing and like the automation and streamlining of marketing. So I think that's another great opportunity.
Any trends which you see in the music industry right now?
I think probably the biggest trend is heading towards, and it's been heading there for a long time, but is more independent artists. I think what we're seeing is the major labels are signing less artists, and I think they're focusing more on their catalogs. They sit on these amazing copyrights of the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or all these legendary artists that have been around for a very long time. And sometimes I don't blame them. Like if you had making all that money from these songs, why would you go and spend it on all these new artists? And so, but what that's doing is creating opportunity for independent companies to create different ways to work with artists. So one area that we've focused very heavily on is we have our traditional label that signs artists to like record deals, and we fund everything and make the videos and all that stuff. We also have another business called Community Music, and Community Music is our own in-house distribution and marketing service. So we help artists essentially remain independent, and we help them own their own masters. And so we provide the services to help them release the music, but they ultimately take the risk financially, but also benefit from the upside. So I think we're seeing more and more of these businesses, more and more of this idea of how do we empower artists to own their rights and essentially build their own wealth into the future.
Okay.